Security Now Illustrated by AskMisterWizard.com, illustrating concepts, mechanisms, and algorithms from the amazing Security Now podcast by Steve Gibson and Leo LaPorte. Episode 17, PPTP and IPSEC VPN Technology. This is segment 4, VPN routers not relying on PPTP. Steve had been shopping for NAT routers, and he had noticed a trend. All of the popular vendors of consumer-class NAT routers had begun to offer premium routers that supported VPN technology. In addition to the uninspiring PPTP technology that we discussed in segment 1, they had all begun to offer very respectable IPSEC technology.
The routers that people can buy recently now, these so-called VPN endpoint routers, they actually are a VPN server.
This fired Steve's imagination, causing him to visualize what he called the Holy Grail for telecommuters like himself and Leo. Here is his definition.
Well, the Holy Grail was to need no client software on a machine out on the internet. You're in an open Wi-Fi hotspot. You're a road warrior in a hotel. You realize that because it's on a LAN, which is inherently unsafe, or it's your radio, which is inherently unsafe. You really need to encrypt your traffic at least until it gets out of that danger zone.
Unfortunately, Steve found that Microsoft had taken a different path. They did include VPN Client Software as a regular component of Windows, but instead of supporting IPSEC like everybody else at the time, Microsoft chose to support the alternative L2TP VPN protocol, and this spoiled Steve's Holy Grail aspirations.
My hope was that we'd be able, with a Windows machine, to connect to a VPN router. Well, it turns out that Microsoft has deliberately chosen to stick their head in the sand and not support the protocol in their built-in Windows client that everybody else does. Microsoft supports this L2TP, this Layer 2 tunneling protocol, which is incompatible with just standard IPSEC VPNs, which is what all of the endpoint routers support. So it turns out that my search for the Holy Grail, that is, no software installed in a laptop and you can connect to your VPN router at home, is deliberately not possible using just standard Microsoft client.
Nevertheless, it is possible to configure a modern, powerful, secure home VPN server using IPSEC in a less than Holy Grail situation, if you're always willing to use your own laptop on which you've installed custom, commercial IPSEC VPN client software. But you will need to pre-configure both ends of the VPN before you hit the road.
Now, if you had a Netgear router or a D-Link router or a Linksys or any router that really offered good peer-to-peer VPN endpoint support, which is what any of these VPN routers do, they offer, unfortunately it's not free, but it is very nice, they offer inexpensive clients. Now, that would get you to your home network.
Right.
You could then basically do anything you wanted to with very good security using your home network. I should mention, though, that you will want to use a pre-shared key, much as we've talked about with WPA technology.
So you have to set that up before you leave.
You do need to set it up before you leave.
To see the other segments and related resources for this episode, please join us at AskMisterWizard.com. Select Security Now from the prominent section index at the top of the homepage. Choose an episode from the index at the bottom, and then select a segment from the resulting page. The original audio-only version of this podcast can be found on the Gibson Research Corporation site at grc.com/securitynow. This clip illustrates some of the highlights from that show. This video clip comes from a large collection of related clips. All are indexed and easy to find at www.AskMisterWizard.com, along with related items, text articles, illustrations, and forums. Please visit us today. We appreciate your support. Thank you.